Hi there, thanks for checking out this video. I hope it's worth it for you. This is my first attempt at a pour video. That is pouring paint. Here's my palette for today. See if I can get some sunlight in there. I'm recording this from the side because I've seen people record from over their shoulder, and that means their head gets in the way, even though that gives you a good vantage point, seeing how they see. And I've seen people record from the other side, from there over there, which means you're watching them do it upside down. So I'm hoping this is a good compromise. And this is the palette for today. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here and pour into my cup for you. I'm still a beginner, so I'm still learning stuff. Hopefully this shot won't show my belly. I might get my belly in there now and then. We'll see. Anyway, I'm still learning, but I think I've learned enough to start recording and sharing. I don't know how these colors are going to work. I'm going to try to do a gentle pour so I don't get lots of little cells. I'll be using most of these colors. Hopefully they won't muddy. I'm going to do the sides of the painting in black. I should have added some yellow, but that's alright. Let's see, a little more white. But I'm not going to put any black in this mix because I'm afraid the black would take over real fast and really get it mucked up. I want it to be this nice little experiment. I'm using a wood, I'll show you that in a second, block. It's not really a block, it's meant for painting on. I do paint on blocks sometimes. Actually, mostly I like it best. It doesn't warp like canvas does. What else? Let's see. More white. I think I want to put white like every other color, so otherwise the white can take over pretty easily too, from what I've seen. Really wash some things out. I'm not going to use any additives in this. This is basically a 1:1 ratio, 1 part water, 2 parts Floetrol, and 1 part paint. I hope I said that right. I added some green. I'm going to add a lot of green because it can go overwhelming too, but I wanted to have some green there. Okay, so while these sit and think for a minute, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be pouring onto. I'm going to let them introduce each other. And oh, I can't remember if I finished saying, I hope that's enough paint, by the way. I didn't measure. Maybe a little more purple. You can always use more purple. Anyway, while these colors are introducing themselves to each other, I didn't use any additives. Sometimes I like the effect of the coconut serum. Sometimes I don't. And I did buy a bottle. I should put 1 dot. Yeah, there's enough colors. Anyway, let me show you what I've got here. I just want to see what this ratio will do. I think it's the golden ratio, and then from that point you can add in additives to make more cells or get more layers. Somebody suggested Astroglide, and that's great. That gives a lot of layering of colors. Okay, so I'm running out of time. I only have 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes left. Anyway, this is the panel. It's already pre-drilled for holes. It comes that way when you buy it. Pretty nice. Not very heavy, but very solid. Anyway, that's primed. I don't I'm getting face in there. Now I've developed this little tray system. I think it's really cute. I cut up a curtain rod. I gotta hurry up. And put it in the holes of this basket. Now, if I want to tilt it without touching it, I can just do this, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to slide. Now, it does slide a little more erratically, a little less control, so we'll see how that works. But if I really don't want to get my hands all messed up, which I already did today, unfortunately. But anyway, if I don't get any worse than that, this should help. And then it can just be dry in there. And the cool thing is, too, as the paint accumulates in there, then I can just raise the bars up higher and higher until it's too deep to use. All right, let me get the black paint. This is household paint. I bought a gallon and then put, I think this is a quart, in this quart container, so I don't have to worry about, you know, I didn't test the thickness of the viscosity of it though. Let me check real quick. I'm gonna stick. A clean stick. Oh, this is not clean, but I'm not going to mix it. It's already mixed. I'm just going to test. Oh, that's pretty good flow. I don't know if you can see that, but it comes off the stick pretty nicely. Black on black. Hard to see that. Okay. So I'm just going to cheat and cover these corners and edges. So there's going to be a little bit of black in the painting anyway, just because this is going to interact. Mix a bit. Wow. It's a lot of paint. Probably just used up about 2 ounces, which is a typical tube. So hopefully this house paint works, because it's going to be a lot cheaper. Alright. Hope I'm still recording. Looks like I have 2 minutes left. Okay. I need a stick. Get that stick again. Please subscribe. At this point, I only have 8 subscribers, and I really would like to share more videos. But it would really help to have people watching to encourage me. But I've been posting videos for years, actually, on my YouTube channel. I just only have a few subscribers, though, because I really haven't pressed it. Whoops! Drop my stick. I'm really hoping this will help. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I won't bug you with notifications and stuff. You can always turn off notifications even though you're a subscriber. See how that black's going to be in there anyway? It might get... Whew! I better put a lid on it. Hold on. Here, a lid. To my black. I am recording in what I call a cabin. My family still hasn't learned to do that. Okay. But we had the shed remodeled years ago, but we still have bugs and all kinds of interesting things going on. Okay, so speaking of things going on, paint's been thinking about themselves for a bit. So I am going to just flip it over onto this, since I do have a wet. Maybe I'll pick it up a little. Just do a quick flip and let them settle there for a moment. Some has escaped, that's fine. That's how you get variety. Again, please subscribe. I'm Oregon Coaster. I have all kinds of videos, art, horses. We have a couple of horses and alpaca, and we have a couple alpacas. My time's almost out, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this up. I'd normally like to let it sit a little bit longer, but we'll see how we do with this. That looks pretty exciting. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to cheat. I'm not supposed to be using my hands. My new system. I'm not used to it yet. Oh, and I'm almost out of time. Note to self. Make sure you have plenty of time. Whoops. I forgot again. To record. I ran out of time. Sorry. Okay. But we're still in action. That gate did give it to sit a minute to sit like I wanted it to. So we're going to use my new tilting technique. Hands-free. Well, sort of hands-free. Hands-off anyway. Also, note to self, tell my fiance that I'm going to be recording so he doesn't interrupt me again. He does like to talk. This is actually the most talking I usually do. I don't do a lot of talking. He does the talking, which attracted me to him in the first place, but then it's like, can I get a word in once in a while? Sometimes I have something to say. But see, it didn't fall. Everything's just scooting. Let it settle there for a moment. There's some green in the black. I'm not sure if I like that or not. See, even though I tried not to use a whole lot of white, there's still a whole lot of white. Okay, the surface is totally covered. I think I will take it over this way and let it fall off that top side. If the latex black, it's a flat. I didn't want a flat, but that's all they had at the moment. I was in a hurry yesterday. Went to Walmart yesterday. It was the strangest experience. The guy who did my paint, All I did was ask him to mix up this, or, you know, shake up this pre-made black, because I know paint settles over time. And he was really, really strange. His shirt was halfway tucked in, halfway tucked out, just hanging there. He was shuffling. He wasn't an old guy either. Just a really strange individual. And I try to be pretty non-judgmental. It's an effort of mine. I am a practicing Buddhist, meaning I'm not very good at it. But I do try to practice. But yesterday was just a little too much. So I complained not to the manager, but to the cashier. I said, you know, somebody ought to know that he's a mess. He was really a mess. Speaking of a mess, these colors are kind of a mess. I kind of like the action, but I'm not so sure I like the color combination. Anyway, that's about it. I will post a still picture after this dries. We'll see how it turned out. Oh, also, I did buy a torch. So, let's see if that does anything with this. I'm still learning how to use this too. And for somebody who's terrified of fire, I'm doing pretty well. Oh, more gas. Oh. Mainly the torch is for popping air bubbles, but it does also have an effect on the paint surface. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Pop some bubbles over here. So there you have it. Please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Let's see, do some more. Voila! See you on the flip side. Pun intended. And here's the end result. It's not dry yet, but it is stabilized. I really don't like how it turned out, so I'm going to scrap it. But I did learn a lot from it. There are some nice spots. I manipulated it quite a bit, as you can see from the actual pour. I did several swipes, both to the inside and to the outside, and did some chaining on it, but I just don't think it's nice. I don't like it at all. So I'm going to save the board and do a different pour using what I've learned from it. I hope you've learned something too, and that'll make it worthwhile. Have a great day. Love what you do.